before, or rather in the course of the argument, you did ask where the documents are. And we confirmed to the court that the documents are within our warehouses in Nairobi. And what I thought my learned friend asked for is access. And we are perfectly willing to give that access. I don't see why the court now should be involved in another exercise that will delay the hearing.
Mr. Ndubi.
Yes, my lord.
We looked at your prayers very carefully. You needed access to these forms. So IBC's represented here, they are ready.
And our people now.
Mr. Gatonye, please ask your people to avail enough staff so that this can be done and we get the report by tomorrow evening.
Most obliged.
Yes.
Thank you.
My two learned friends appear to leave us out. We are actually very, very important in that exercise. My Lord, as I understand it, so that we do not leave here and then generate other reports, is access being given. In that access, I do not see another report being done, because a report will be now evidence. We would want, number one, to be present when that is going on. As a matter of fact, if Mr. Gatonye could facilitate a recording of what is being done, not that we impute any improper motives, but we are here to make sure everything is done correctly, so that we are not given one document which mutates into something else. We would want to be present.
So perhaps my learned friend, Mr. Ndubi, can give some indication about the number of persons he wishes to send to go and have a look at the document.
Two things I would say. It would be meaningless to undertake that exercise as a result of this direction from the court without the liberty to do a report to the court, whatever that report is. Two, if I recall, the order in terms of how we quoted it, all parties should be at liberty to participate. Thirdly, the number, because I recall from, though I did not participate in petition number 1 of this year, there was difficulty in terms of logistics because the earlier orders given by the court was 2 people to access, to participate, and it was becoming difficult. So we'll be requesting to have at least 10 our representatives to engage.
10 people?
10 people, yes. Because you see, my lord, it's easier if you have 10 people and they share the work so that they reduce the time taken rather than having 2 people to do repetitive work for a long time, so that even the report becomes meaningless to the court once it is ready, if at all, in time.
The difficulty we have with large numbers is exactly what happened barely a month or so ago, where our opponent crowded the venue and then reports started being generated. Is access to certain forms. We can have 2 people looking at Form 34A, 2 looking at 34B, and 2 looking at 34C. So each team can have 6 people. But having 10 and then another 10 and another, it's too big a group.
I think that, Mr. Ndubi, that sounds reasonable.
My lord, what I think is that first you will recall that the third respondent opposed our application. They were not interested in this exercise that we were asking for. They now seem to be particularly interested in it. I understand, of course, they would, but it is, like Paul Mwangi said yesterday, breathing hot and cold. 10 people
who is likely to be affected with an adverse
this, my lord, whereas we appreciate that the third respondent has a direct stake in the outcome of the petition, we also know that all Kenyan voters and indeed citizens have a direct stake too, so that this matter cannot be taken as if it is a dispute between individuals. It's a public issue that is being discussed. So 10 is not unreasonable. In fact, if he proposes 6, 4 more is not excessive. It's not unreasonable, neither is it disproportionate.
If I may add something. For the second respondent, I was personally involved in the last exercise. And we were not careful about the numbers. Everything was going on very well until there was an invasion of numbers.
Invasion, yes.
And everything became chaotic. So if we can limit the numbers, also we must consider the space. We don't have Milimani Hall. And I think it can be worked out. But if we go this way, we're going to have a problem again.
We're not talking about invasion. We are giving a specific number.
We had an invasion last time.
We were not there.
Okay.
My Lord, we are giving a specific number. We have not talked about people coming in willy-nilly. We are talking about 10 people. We are not asking for hundreds of people.
Fine. Gentlemen, the petitioners to have 7 people, the third respondents to have 7 people.